All right, guys, welcome to Burn the Rubber Garage. Justin here, I'm here, Camo's here. We got the, oh my gosh, that's so bright. We got the shop light out here. It's pretty late at night. Little one should be in bed, but the bike, this is I think it's a 2010 KLX 110. It's not the L, it's just the semi-automatic, sits a little lower. Still a good bike, but the choke is stuck. It won't pull all the way out. And we've got some startup issues. So what we've got here is we've ripped the plastics off. We'll show you how to put those back on, how the seat comes off. That was probably the biggest hurdle we've had, so we really haven't had many hurdles. But with that here, Justin's got the airbox torn apart over there. Gonna put our new air filter in.
So, airbox here, 3 screws. Undo those 3 screws. Now to pull the whole airbox assembly off, there's just a, well, it's an 8mm bolt right there.
On this bike, 8mm is going to be your friend for plastics and everything. So,
should have just one little screw down here. That'll pull the actual tube off, and then we just pull that whole assembly out.
Hold this.
Yeah. Easier with 2 hands.
So we got some light here. It's going to be tough to see with the shadows, but it should be okay. He's just getting that screw off right there and then pulling it off. So one thing I want to update you guys on is, come with me over here. You guys will have watched this. The guys that like mini bikes will have watched this video. Right there, we call it Frankenbike. We took him out. First gear is just wheelie king. Second gear, if you're not hugging your man parts or lady parts up on this gas tank, you're gonna wheelie right over the back. Third gear, you're screaming, and we got going so fast that the muffler blew off the back, so we're gonna need a clamp on that. But anyways, reason we're out here today, is to get this Kawasaki ready. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it. We've got all the plastics out, seat out. We're gonna pull the carb fully off.
Here's your airbox. Little foam filter.
Nothing crazy.
Not much to them. Pretty straightforward filter, which doesn't do much, but hey.
Big guard, I guess,
screen.
huh?
Yeah, it keeps the big shit out.
So what we've got is, I think we're gonna fix this up. It might be to sell it. We don't ride it. Mm-mm. We both like the 110L. It's kind of fun, and then the Honda. So we've got both. Cammie's in there fighting with a moth, and I hope she wins, because if not, we'll be in trouble. But we're gonna go ahead and get this carb pulled off. He's got the fuel turned off. We'll drain the fuel out of the carb by doing that little screw at the bottom. Should run it all out, and then we'll kind of update you as we go. Again, I don't think we want to do another carb cleaning video, do you?
No.
We will eventually.
Just need to adjust its idle.
If anything's hugely different, we'll definitely throw it in here, because we know this bike's a popular step up after the 50s. Again, that bike over there, that's the Pitster XJR. That's going to be going up against the 70 here pretty quick. We hope to get that filmed tomorrow. So anyways, stay with us here. We'll show you if there's anything crazy, and we'll get this bike the choke fixed. I think it's just stuck. So all right, guys, not our proudest moment, but what had happened is I guess when Jordan dumped the bike, this right here is your choke. If you guys can see it, I'm trying to not block it right here. When you come over here and you pull that lever out like that, this is what moves right here. And let me get that. See how it moves? This plate right here had bent into this, so we were only getting like modulation like that. So now we've got it, and watch that. Watch what happens when you full choke it. See it close? There you go. So Justin spotted that. We did tighten up this bracket on the plastics. What we're going to do here is he's going to show you what we're putting in, tell you a little bit about the uni filter.
So they come with a little foamy You wipe your hand on it. It is it's super gross. You can see all the dirt and grime. It's normal for these little motors to get a little collection. We'll actually clean this out before we put it on, but there's a little collection tube here. You can just pop that little nub off to drain them. It's normal, especially in a situation, you know, where it got tipped over. But we'll clean this out. We're gonna put in a uni filter. Like the uni filter, it's kind of a two-stage. You have a finer foam filter and then a little grittier foam filter. That's just gonna sit right in.
And you guys will notice on the forums, a lot of people complain about it. It's too much filtration. It's not enough. It lets too much by. Yeah, you know, it's all personal opinion. I think if they had an issue with it, they wouldn't still be making filters if it was not a good filter. So, and they didn't have any factory ones like that one down there. So, he's got the airbox there. We're gonna put it back on. We've already gone through the carb. Yeah, it doesn't look super pretty, but we clean the inside, not the outside. The outside's fine. So, how many screws is that on that box?
It's 3, just a standard number 2 Phillips, just machine screws, really.
Perfect. So we did, like I said, this carb doesn't have anything too crazy. The only thing that's really different, like I've shown you guys, is that choke. That's the choke right there. So when you pull it, it turns that, which in turn, pull that choke one more time. See that? That's what the choke does. So it just kind of cuts off a little of the air there, lets it warm up a little bit. So with that, we're going to go ahead, get this air box back on, and then try and fix the plastic that kind of broke a little bit. This bike fired right up. I mean, it's got the choke on still, but I'll push that guy out there. We got this, and easy way to check it. You can hear it sucking. Probably not used to that much air going through it, but I don't want to get these pipes too hot by running. They heat up pretty quick, so I'm going to help him get this air box back on, and we'll go from there. Make sure that, one quick tip before we do that, make sure that air box gets on there and then seats. If you have a gap in there, you can have a little air leak, which will cause you to have like a off idle, rough idle, hesitation on start. All right, guys, we're going to set the tank on first. This is where we've had some plastic issues where it took the hit, but I think it popped itself back in. Adjusting this brace ought to help. We may still have to do some fine tuning to it just to get it where it needs to go. You do have to have your gas cap off, so be very careful you don't knock shit in there, because that's the last thing you need. You just spent time cleaning your carb. Last thing you need to do is screw that up. So the one screw that goes here was a Phillips. See, Justin's wise there. He's got the cap back on. We're looking for the Phillips.
That guy right there.
Most of these are, like he said, an 8 mil. This guy?
Oh, you got it?
Maybe. We'll go. Okay, so with that guy on there, the next step is probably to get the seat on. And this is where it's kind of, when you haven't taken one of these off yet, make sure you got a good view there. That slides under that.
And then this piece here goes under the metal right there.
So you got this piece right there, slides into that. That hooks onto that. So anything on the back, just make sure the back, those things slide over the top, because you're going to be hooking them on right there. So easy as that. He's got that on there.
I always tuck the extra fabric in, you know? You don't want
style.
loosey-goosey's coming out.
It's a style point, man. The style point is what that is. So with that there, I think the plastics actually look better. You can see where they did crack. So I believe the previous one does. I didn't notice it. Did you?
I don't remember it poking out too much.
I mean, it's out. You can see down the side here. It's not perfect, but we're going to be putting some bolts back in here, down there. We may start with the one up there just to see, this one up here just to see how off we are. If we have to, we can try and bend that bar and get the plastics back to where they should be. So other than that, pretty basic. So we'll kind of go through at the end and show you what bolts we pulled out and from where, and we'll go from there. All right, so what we've got here, we took, let me see if I can get a light and a screwdriver in on that. We had to pound that up because this bike had taken a hit on this side. You can see where it's broke there. This is bent back. This was bulging out. Look at this. So Justin's got it perfectly flat here. This piece right here actually slid in, which makes it really nice. The biggest thing was it wasn't off much, but that little knob right there, you know, this guy right here had to be pounded up with a screwdriver, and you can kind of see if you can get back in there maybe. Is cracked. So it took the paint off. It's still a solid rod, but other than that, you've got a bolt right there if you want to take that support off. One here, one here, one there.
They're three different length screws, so you're gonna have your longest screws here. This is your shortest screw. Where Cam was working on up here, this set screw that goes into the pole, that's actually a medium size screw. Under the back, if you want to pull the back plastics off, you have 4 up underneath, 2 that go into the back, 2 that go into the side. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Yeah, we just had to pull that plastic support, and that really all that bar is a spot for the plastics to mount to.
It doesn't do anything else besides what is that? Is that the throttle cable hooks to that?
Yeah, just a guide.
I mean, you'd still be fine if you didn't have that. It's just, yeah, it's just a guide. So make sure you put that back on. So other than that, I think we did good. We got choke. Cold mornings now. Shouldn't be an issue. I would go for a night ride, but you guys won't see anything on that anyways. You'll just hear us laughing. So we're going to go for a night ride. I don't think we're going to take you guys along because it's too freaking dark. And these don't have headlights yet. So thanks for watching. If you like what you're seeing, hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, send it to your friends. Thanks again.
Peace out.
All right, guys, we don't condone this. It is it's 11:24. It's super late. 10:24 or 11:24. But yeah, it's super late. You gotta make yourself. Oh shit! Let's go. Oh shit! They're still going! Somebody's following us. Over there?
No, coming up behind us.
Well, let's just rip up the road. I was looking over there. Let's go. Go! Go, little green bike, go! He's gone! such a blast. Alright, whatever it was, we ditched him with the lack of headlights and taillights. All I can say is that Honda's fast as shit.
Doesn't quite take the KLXL though.
It might.
You think?
Yeah, I think there's only really one way to find out. And go play again. Oh man, my eyes are watering. That was a damn good time. Hopefully you guys could see some of it. We got chased by something, and that's not a normal route for people to take. So it was a good time. Thanks for watching.